Hello everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to use science and context to search for great biology articles. So let me start by showing you how to get to our Hume-Fogg LibGuides website. So you have to go to Google and you start Googling Hume-Fogg L and you notice it pops up, Hume-Fogg LibGuides, and this is the site I use to push information out to you. And once you do that, it is the top hit. And you will then be at our LibGuides website. And this is once again how I push out information to you. So you scroll down to H for Honors Biology and click on it. And what this is this is going to have lots of great information for you when we do specific projects. All that information will be here. So you can see here's the home page. Here's information about me in case you need a contact. And these are some of the encyclopedias and databases that we need. You even have some links to some specific magazines. But today we're going to be using the Science and Context database. This is a specific database that's just for science, and it has really highly relevant materials. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, why don't I just Google? Why not just Google for an article? So here's the way to think about that. Using Google to search for a high quality article that has been vetted, that does not work out all the time. So you would get millions of hits. Anyone can write anything that's published on the internet. And if you're not coming at that information from a scientific background, you have to go through the extra step of evaluation. Okay, so how do you know this website is not written by an 11-year-old when anyone can publish anything? But the reason we use a database like this one right here, Science and Context, is that everything in the Science and Context database has been vetted by a professional. Okay, so that means they have looked at it, they said, this is a high quality source. And so that's important because that really helps you out. You don't have to go through that extra step of asking yourself, at the time it was written, was this a high quality source? Because the answer is yes. So we are going to click on this and we are going to do a search. So Science and Context is all science related information. If you are at home, notice it's opening up in a separate tab. But if you are at home, if you click here if you click here, and you'll notice it has the password right there. You may need that if you are actually at home. So back to the database. Now we're going to search for a topic, and we're even going to go through some advanced searches. So let's say we are interested in microorganisms, okay? And you'll notice that something else I like is that as you start typing, it actually starts popping up. So if you are here like, I don't know how to spell it, then that is a great way to go. And then you click on the little search. And what I also really like about it is that over here at the side, it actually gives you what different sorts of content types there are. So and then you can even search within the results. So the first thing I have is like reference material. So this is like what you would find in an encyclopedia. So if I'm looking for like an article that's just like an encyclopedia, that's what I get. But in this case, I'm actually looking for like an article that would be published in a newspaper. So I'm actually going to look at news. And here in news, you'll notice that it searches by relevance. So I'm going to flip that around because I want to have the newest document first. But what's also really cool about this is that there are basically a lot of other ways you can search. So for example, over here, so first of all, I reversed it to make it by newest. But here's the thing, by clicking on subject, so this is how I do that again, I can actually search for specific things about microorganisms. So maybe what I'm really interested in is, okay, well, I'm really interested in how that can deal with food contamination. So then I can click on that. You can also do it by specific publication title. So once I have an article, so say I'm going to pick this article, and say I'm going to use this article, I can see how long it is. So first of all, you can print the article, which is also really helpful. But something I really love about it is citation tools. So it does actually give you the citation. So since you're doing APA, I want to switch it to APA. And then you can either download it, you can select it, you can highlight it, so you can just select it right there. Control C to copy, and then you can paste it on your article analysis. Like I said, using Science in Context can really be helpful. Mrs. Smithfield is also always available to help if you have any questions about how to use it. It's a great way to use a high quality source. Also on the LibGuide, Science in Context is definitely my favorite database, but there are a few other ones that you might be interested in. SIRS would be another one that a lot of people like. It's not going to have quite as many articles as Science in Context, but it's still really good. Works very similarly. There's those usernames and passwords if you need. Once again, if you have any questions, don't feel free to ask Miss Smithfield. You can text her, email her, come down to the library. She always loves to talk about high quality resources. See you guys later, and ask me questions if you need any help.